Ben Fried. Welcome back to another investigation into Ševčík's 40 variations arranged for cello. Today, we're going to take a step back and we're going to look at the theme of these variations because it's very, very beautiful and it gives us a really good means to work on legato, vibrato, and also how we can link our technique actually to the musical phrasing, which is what we want to do in the end of the day anyways. If we want to build a more complex sound and make our recipe for the sound a little bit more nuanced, what we can do is practice different levels of engagement and then release of the string. And so when we pull the first note, we can either keep the bow in the string and keep a very, very full legato sound going. Now let's say we want to create a little bit more openness in the middle of the note. We can release the string. So if you just keep the weight in the string exactly the same all the way through the note, then the tendency is that the sound is just going to sound the same in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And so this technique allows you to sort of open up the middle of the note and create more of a vowel sound. So. Okay, next thing I want to talk about here is the vibrato. And when I work on this with students, some notes have vibrato, some notes don't have vibrato. When you have a beautiful phrase and it's an exercise like this, it's a great time to practice initiating vibrato on every note. And so actually, first step you can do is you can just do it without the bow entirely. You can still listen to the sound that it makes and the dropping sound. Next, you can add the bow to that. And you can actually put your ear, you might not be able to hear it here, but you can listen to the actual slide of the string when the bow's off. And it's an easier way actually to keep the vibrato going, which in an exercise like this is nice. It's a nice phrase to create unity. Now the last thing I want to talk about is the musical rhetoric of this phrase. Rhetoric in music is, to me, something that's about how the music sort of relates innately to speech and how that can really help us inform our phrasing. The first part of the phrase is clearly a question. Do you like to go to school? Yeah. The next part of the phrase, we have an answer, but it's not a full answer. Yeah. It's sort of like a half answer, and it seems like there's going to be some justification afterwards, which is what we get. We get these next three little segments of the phrase that build. This is 3. Uh-oh, actually 4. And then we get the question one more time. And then finally we get an actual answer. And it's a sad answer, but it's an answer. And so I don't think that it's necessary to sort of stick with that as just a box and then when you're playing get obsessed with it. But I think understanding the organization of the phrase allows you then to be free in the moment of playing and give some structure that human beings can understand, because that's the whole point of this, is that we create music that other humans can understand innately. So hopefully that gives you a few things to chew on. See you next week.